All right, we're here with Trine, victorious over Waynesburg today, 7-0. Coach, I guess give us your thoughts first about how the game went.
I thought our kids came out with a lot of energy. I think you could see the experience of our team versus their team in the NCAA tournament today was a big factor. Our pitching and defense was excellent again. We had some timely hits. Postseason Prather is back. It's good to see. I just thought our kids were, you can tell we've been here a little more than they have, and I think it was a big advantage to us today was just the momentum we started and kept, and I felt like they kind of just got a little overwhelmed and just felt like it was over earlier than it probably was, and that was based on our timely hitting and our pitching.
Well, I guess to start off with, Debbie, 5 no-hit innings. What did it mean to you to get to start today in your team's first postseason game as a freshman?
It felt really good just knowing that I get the opportunity, and then especially it being my first NCAA start and game in general, and with how great it went. I mean, defense played great, the pitching was great. Alexis came in and did her job, finished the game, and our bats were on fire. So it was just all around a great feeling today.
How long did it take you to kind of settle into the game after those first few innings?
Probably about the third inning was when I finally, my heart rate kind of went down. I was definitely a little jumpy and upbeat the first couple innings.
The offense obviously put up runs in I think 5 of the 7 innings. Just for either of you guys, what was working for you guys at the plate today, and how important was it to get off to that good start with a couple runs early?
I would say from a pitching perspective, it felt good having that comfort, being able to kind of breathe a little bit when your offense is helping you out and they're just consistent and everything like that.
From a different perspective, it's important. Our bats have had really highs and really low lows this season, and we've been kind of up and down. And so to be able to come out this first game and kind of set the tone for the weekend and get our bats hot when they need to get hot, it was really important for us to do that this first game.
Amanda, can you take us through that first run-scoring hit that you had and what went into that at bat for you?
First 2 pitches were inside. I think the batters before me said she was throwing a lot inside, and the report we had before the game was a lot inside too. But runners in scoring position, my job is to just put it in play and get those runners in. So I just wanted to get my hands to that ball and hit it as hard as I could to get through the infield.
Coach talked a little bit about the experience advantage that you guys had in this game over them. Just how much did that experience help you guys just from a mental standpoint for either one of you?
You could just see the calmness and there was no hesitation that we were meant to be there. There was no nerves. I mean, the freshmen had a little bit of nerves that they had to work through the first couple innings, but the experience of the older kids, we were able to calm them down and tell them it's no different than what you've already been through this season, what you've been through before you even got here with travel ball and high school ball and everything. So just being able to calm the nerves early and get rolling early.
Coach, another game with zeros almost all across the board for the other team. Just we talked a lot about the pitching staff for you guys. Just talk about the effort from Debbie and Alexis in the circle once again.
Well, I think the biggest thing you look at is, Debbie goes 5 innings scoreless and comes out, and there's not an ounce of being upset. There's no selfishness. They understand we're going to do it together, and they understand all year long that if we keep them fresh and keep the arms loose, we have a huge advantage to hopefully a nice long run here. Most kids in that situation would be upset they get pulled out. They want the selfishness of the no-hitter, and that's, it makes sense. But they really bought it, and that's why they've done so well. If they didn't do this, we'd not be sitting here talking about zeros all the time, because they understand it's a staff, and it's very rare in sports in today's world. You can still find that feeling. These kids don't care who does it as long as it's done, and that's what makes this team special.
Debbie, I guess just from you as one of the 2 that combined for the no-hitter, what kind of confidence does this give you guys as a staff going forward for the rest of the weekend, knowing you guys were able to come out and do what you guys did today?
It definitely feels good to have a good jump right off the bat, and knowing we've got the first game under our belt. Usually the first game is the toughest because everyone's playing a little tighter than normal. So now we can loosen up. We had a lot of fun that game too, so we just got to keep that energy going throughout the whole weekend